Let's move here to number 5. Love this. Environment. Environment is part of the compensation. Have you created an environment around you as a team builder that people are excited to come to work because they know that you're going to be there? People are energized to do their work because they know they're going to be able to do it with you. You guys, the environment is all part of the compensation. Like I was saying earlier, I have had numerous people not leave my companies to go for a higher paid job. They have not left because they're saying, I can't reproduce this environment. I was just talking to my daughter the other day on the phone, and she's up in Kansas City. She's in that transition from graduating from an art school to entering into the real world. She's a graphic design major, so she's artsy, all right? And she went and looked for a job. And this one place said, oh, we'd love for you to come and do this, want to do an interview. It's an interview for a job working with a retirement investment company, okay? Oh, yeah, already. So she's going, Dad, I'd be doing brochures, I'd be doing PowerPoints for them and stuff like that. She went up to the interview and she walks into this huge room. She said, Dad, everybody was in cubicles and I almost threw up. And then I went into the interview and everything, there was nothing creative on the walls. Everything was just so dry. And she said that they offered me the job and it was a good job, but I did not want to get into that environment. So she said no because of the environment. So again, environment is part of the compensation package for folks. If you don't have the right environment for people to excel, you will never really know who they are. Oh, I love that. If you don't create a space for people to excel, if your space is here, if you're looking for creative work, if you're looking for new designs, if you're looking for new and moving forward and new ways of thinking, but when you come into your workplace, there's nothing on the walls, a lot of beige. It's like the beige explosion happened, and everybody's in cubicles and we keep everybody apart because we want to make sure, as a manager, we got to make sure that everybody doesn't get distracted. Okay, I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. But if we're not careful, if we don't create space for people to become their best them, then we never discover. We never discover the true value. So this is something that a team builder does. Again, it can be difficult if you're already in a manager position, listening to what I'm saying. I get that. But my primary focus here is the team builder. Are you able to create space for people around you to become the best of who they are? Or do you put them in boxes? Keep them in boxes? It's a very interesting question for you as you're looking at people around you. Tap into what your people like most individually to get the very most out of them. I love that. Environment is everything. The look, the schedule, attitude, the language, the feel. Environment is everything. We can do the whole senses thing. When people come into the environment of your workplace, what do they see? What do they smell? What do they hear? What do they sense? Okay? I don't know about taste. That's kind of a weird thing. But you can just kind of go through the senses. What are people experiencing when they come into your environment? It's a very important thing for us as team builders to create an environment around ourselves and know and understand the importance of the environment. So when we step into the manager level, we are able to know and understand the importance of the environment. If you go from worker to manager without the team builder, I promise you, you'll jump right over the value of the environment. You will only focus on the value of the work. And so you'll come to the manager and people will say, hey, can I put up a sign? No, work. Can we paint? No, work. Can we put on some music? No, work. Everything is work. All right? Everything is work. And again, I get it. We'll talk about that more when we get to the manager level, okay? But at the team builder level, we need to understand that environment is important. And you can actually create that environment around you. So, number 6, as we finish up number 6 and number 7, when we care, they care. Classic. When we care, they care. So it's important that we show that we show that they have value so that they will bring value back. If you don't, I just promise you, they won't bring their A game every day because they don't feel valued. It's just the way we work as humans. So as a team builder, as you have chosen 1, 2, or 3 or more people to invite to begin to gather around you, how are you showing them that you care? Again, it goes back to, what's their why? Do we know their why? Do we know why they keep coming? Have you been able to step out of me and into we? If you don't know their why, it's going to be hard to show that you care. Or how about this? You can be doing the very best you can to show that you care, but they don't interpret that as you caring because they've got a different why. You think the only way to show that you care is you just keep giving them money. Well, I got to give them a raise. I got to give them a raise. I got to give them a raise. And now you get mad because all they do is just want more money. When really they're going, no, we'd like to be able to put on some music. You know, we'd like to be able to put up a picture or something like that. So we need to know what their why is. People are more concerned with being happy than with being rich. J.C. Hewitt Company. Again, these little quotes and things like that and statistics. You want to Google these things. Make sure that I'm not just lying, okay? People are more interested in being happy than they are in being rich. So this creates incredible loyalty as we do this. People feel valued and will return value to you according to their capacity. I love this stuff. So here we go. Finally, number 7 here is it all boils down to culture. And again, unfortunately, when we're in the worker mindset, the worker mode, just come in and work, come in and get your head down and work. When these workers get promoted directly to manager, now they have, when they're a worker, maybe they've got like 3 or 4 assignments that they do. They just stick with this. Their boundaries are pretty narrow and their work is fairly narrow. But then all of a sudden, when you become a manager, now not only do you have work to do, but you have to manage and oversee the work of multiple other people. So all of a sudden, your world has greatly expanded. But if you're not careful, if you're stuck in this worker mindset, then you become a manager and it just becomes about the work. You're just overloaded. We got to do it, got to do more, got to do more, got to do more. And I get that. But that's why the value of the team builder is so important, to spend a season of your life learning how to be a team builder, learning how to build a culture, learning the value of the environment, learning how to influence other people because they know that you care for them. Guys, these are power moves. This is how you influence other humans, okay? This is how you influence other humans to follow you, to do the things. A great manager is always focused on the task, not the people. Okay? That's why I hire managers, because I need to have somebody that is focused on the task. We've got to get this done. And if it doesn't get done, I need somebody, a strong manager, to come along, kick people in the butt, to fire people if they needed to be fired. Okay? So again, there is a place for that. But we'll get into that in the next section. But here we are at the team builder, the importance of creating a culture, the importance of knowing the environment is of value. So that's where we're going to stop here in this session. Session number 7, we're talking about these power moves of becoming a team builder. So as you have made some decisions, as you are actually choosing people to connect with, you're choosing people to have these meaningful conversations with. Something I want to add now is, after you have chosen, after you're discovering their why, to begin to walk through these super moves. Begin to take that information of what their why is and show them that you care. Begin to create an environment of positivity around you. Encourage others when they're down. Encourage them to be positive. Encourage them to have energy when they're drained. When it's Wednesday and they can't wait for the weekend. Use your influence. Use your relationship. Use their why. Use their targets, their end goals to encourage them to stay engaged. Just a couple more days. Let's stay engaged. Let's keep it going. Let's keep doing this thing. Learn the value of valuing other people. This is what team builders do. So we have one final session that we're going to have here in the team builder section before we start building to and moving toward the manager. Got some great things coming up in the manager section that you're going to want to know. How do we manage our time? How do you manage work? How do you manage production? How do we manage meetings? We're going to be hitting each one of those in the management level as we come up. And again, you may find yourself as a manager listening to some of this stuff and go, Clay, I don't have time. I can't do it. It's too hard. That's because you've already picked up a level of responsibility that's out here, and these two first steps have not been founded in you, have not been grounded in you, have not been established in you. So as you're looking at all of the work, you're just going, come on, folks, you got to get it done. You have to, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. As opposed to being able to look at the work through the lens of building systems. Okay? So I'm looking forward to our final session coming up, session number 8 on Team Builder. But again, this is winning in the workplace. This is not just working in the workplace. It's winning in the workplace, dominating in the workplace. Something I want to help you do, okay? Hope you enjoyed this session. Hope you got something out of it. Now it's time for you to take action. Now it's time for you to begin to take 1 or 2 of these 7 steps and begin to implement those steps with those 1, 2, 3, or 4 people that you have selected and invited to come and follow you. All right? Looking forward to talking to you in the next section.